Right, hi everyone, come and join us as we adventure all the way from Hong Kong across the border into mainland China. Visa free. Come and check it out as we jump on the high-speed train, journey over to mainland China. Come and check out our first impressions, where we're staying at the hotel, and of course don't forget a Harry's food review. Jump on board and we'll see you in there. Right, good morning everyone. Today is a travel day, so we are in Hong Kong at the moment, on Hong Kong Island, and we need to go to Kowloon West Station, and we're going to take that station over to mainland China. So we're taking the high-speed train over to Guangzhou. So we're going to head to Guangzhou today, and taking the bullet train or the fast train. Takes about an hour apparently. It's got a couple of stops on the way. Stops at Shenzhen and another station just before that. If you're a local, you probably know which one that is, like the back of your hand. And then once we're in Guangzhou, I'll make sure my Alipay is working. So hopefully that works. I'll do a test of that at the station. Get a DD. To the hotel. Travel days are always interesting. They're sort of days that you don't do much, but you end up feeling quite tired. So we'll see how we go. Anyway, I will check in once we're on our way to the train station. Hopefully everything goes smooth there. We're travelling into China, hopefully on the 30-day visa or the 30-day pass. So as a New Zealand passport holders, we can enter China now for up to 30 days of holiday. We've got hotels booked, we've got our exit flights out of Guangzhou booked, so hopefully going through immigration will be sweet as, and that we'll be able to rock through that pretty easily. Anyway, we'll check in and check out. Right, well, we made it to the station, so now we've got to figure out the next part. We already have our tickets pre-ordered. We did that on trip.com, so that was all done for us. Interestingly, when you pre-order tickets, they can only buy them up to 10 days before issuing. So I pre-ordered them like 20 days out before the trip, and then trip.com jump on and they book the tickets for you on the day that they're issued. So that certainly made it easier. Probably costs a little bit more than doing it that way, but sometimes they can sell out or you don't end up sitting near each other or anything like that. So we're just heading towards departures now. Alright, let's have a look. Through here? Okay. Alright. There's staff assistance up here if we need it. This is the first time doing this, so part of travelling is trying to figure it all out. So anyway, I'll get through the next bit and then I'll check in and let you know how we got on. Okay, so we just went through the staff assistance line and they just scanned our passport for us, and now we've just got to go through security. Bit of a queue for security, very much like catching a plane at an airport, so pretty chaotic, pretty busy, but seems to be moving really fast. So I'll get through security and then I'll let you know how that goes. What's next? I'm guessing immigration will be next. We haven't gone through immigration yet, so we'll have to go through immigration, I'm assuming, and then we'll see how we go. Okay, so that was security. Now it looks like we've got to catch a lift up to B3, I think. Right, we're just heading towards immigration, so I'm going to turn off now because normally you're not allowed cameras rolling during immigration, so I'll get through immigration and I'll let you know how it went. Alrighty, so we've just gone through Hong Kong customs, I believe, and that was just a quick scan of the passport and through. Now we're walking through a duty-free area, and it looks like we're coming up to China customs or Chinese immigration. So this one will probably be a bit more of a process, so we'll see how this one goes. This is the first time travelling on the 30-day visa. Had colleagues from work do it and it was easy and they got through no problems, so should be the same for us. Let's see. Okay, you can hear the announcements behind me. We are now officially in mainland China. We're still in Hong Kong technically, but we've gone through Chinese immigration. That was really painless. So part of the 30-day visa, we rocked up with our passports individually, handed them over, stamp. Didn't really ask any questions. You had to fill out a little form, so a lot of the information that they probably would normally ask was on that form. Had to fill in a little form and then stamp, go through, get your photo, fingerprints, go through, and it's quite cool. On the screen it flashes up, you're allowed here until, and we're here till, we're only here till for a week. Yeah, so it was quite cool how it flashed up with how long you're allowed here for, with the 30 days visa entry. So now here I was all worried about time, getting through customs and everything on time. We've got well over an hour now before the train even departs. So we're just going to chill out here. There's nothing through here, so there's no shops or anything like that. So there's no ways of buying food or drink or anything once you're through customs. So if you want anything like that, definitely get it before you go through. The whole process probably took about 30 minutes to get through from when our passport was first scanned, security and customs, and that included filling in the leavers card. So all in all, not too bad. I would give yourself a good 90 minutes to get through to the gate, ready to catch your train. So anyway, I will just chill out now until it's ready to board, and I'll check in with you then. Jump on the train now, so we've just got to scan our passports in and get through this bit. It's quite busy, but it's moving pretty quick, which is good. You can start boarding about 15 minutes before the train departs, and it shuts 5 minutes before, so we've got 4 minutes technically to get onto this platform and onto the train, so we'll see how we go. Right, that was pretty easy, so they just scan the passport and we go through. Just waiting for Harry to get through now, and then we'll head down to the platform. Take the escalator. Well, we're all settled into our seats and we're ready for the train to take off. I've put my seat right back as Harry's in a bit of trouble here. There we go. There's plenty of room behind us, so I think you can put your seats all the way back. Let's have a look. Seats are nice and comfy, padded.
I can barely even touch this. I can barely touch
Plenty of leg room there, passes the leg room standard. No little footrests though. I was expecting. Last time I was on one of these trains we had little footrests, so I was expecting one of those. Harry's just going to demonstrate now the tray table for us.
So first it goes on twice and that moves, and it stops looking around here, and it goes surface like nom nom nom.
And Anita's over here. Alright, we should be taking off in about 2.5 minutes. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, well, we must be all aboard because we're moving, and it is 10:57 and a half, so we're a minute and a half earlier than planned. So how good's that? I think we've got 2 stops, so let me just check the 2 stops that we have. So if I just jump onto trip and I just click view stops, so we're at West Kowloon now, then we go to Fushan, and then Shenzhen-Bai, and then we'll be in Guangzhou South, where we hop off. So we've only got 2 stops in between here and there. First stop in Fushan's at 11:14, only for 2 minutes, and then in Shenzhen at 11:24, and then straight through to Guangzhou by midday, where we can then hop and start our Guangzhou adventure. Alright, so in the tunnels at the moment. There's a couple of toilets behind us, and I'll just spin you around. A couple of toilets up the front there as well, and just behind me here, and there's some info flashing across there as well. Alright, it's very cool, very exciting. Still in the tunnel at the moment, so once we're outside I'll show you some scenery as we cross from Hong Kong over to mainland. Right, we are picking up speed now, and we're still in the tunnel, so I'm wondering if we stay underground all the way through till we're into mainland China. I'm not sure, we'll find out. But anyway, I just thought I'd show you the speed that we're currently travelling at. So we seem to be holding at a steady 180 kilometres an hour, which is cool. But yeah, it's still pretty chill. I'm looking forward to seeing something out the window, to be honest. So I'll check in shortly.
Hi, it's Harry talking now. So I thought that I'd do a review on the bathroom. So as you can see, it's pretty clean. Like the lock is like boom, and a door, and no smoking. It's pretty clean. It's nice. It might not be as clean later in the trip because more people's gone. Well, bye.
Right, here we are, we've made it. So we'll just let everyone else clear out and then we'll grab our bags and go. Right, here we are on the platform. The hustle and bustle's begun. Exit's up this way, so I'm just waiting for the boys to get off the train and then we'll make our way out. Everyone rushes off to have a quick cigarette on the platform before jumping back on the train. Can't smoke on the trains, but you can on the platforms. Right, we're trying to figure out what we're doing. I need to make sure my Alipay is working first, so I'll just find a shop and see if I can use Alipay on that. Then once I know Alipay is working, then I know DD's working, so I can get a car or pay for a taxi if we get a taxi. There is a metro, but when there's four of us, it's not really worth it. Anyway, we've just got to scan out. Hold on. Okay, we've got a DD ordered on Alipay. My SIM stopped working for some reason, but luckily Flynn's is still working, so I'm hotspotting off his one at the moment, so he can't leave too far from me because I'm the one with Alipay set up. DD's ordered, it's on its way, we're just waiting downstairs now, waiting for the car to arrive and then we'll get to the airport, to the hotel. Interestingly, the hotel's name didn't come up overly well in English, but we managed to recognise some characters and Flynn helped out with that and decoding the characters. So we think we've got the right place, so we'll see, and hopefully we end up in the right place. What's the time now? 12:30, so we should be at the hotel by 1:15. Hopefully they might let us check in a little bit earlier, and then we can go and find something to eat. Alright, let's see how this goes. Alrighty, so here we are. We made it from the train station to our hotel.
This is the 1&1 international hotel apartment in Guangzhou. It's near Beijing Road, and Beijing Road is sort of like known as the sort of tourist area, I think, of Guangzhou. That's what I've been told anyway. We get to check it out. We've had a little bit of chill time. We've been out and had lunch and that while we're waiting for our room to be ready, and it was quite nice. It brought back some nostalgic memories from our time here. But anyway, here's our room. We had a little bit of trouble with the resi. I booked 2 rooms, but they couldn't give us a twin room, so it was going to be 2 queen bedrooms, and the boys weren't really in the mood for sharing. So we paid an extra 20 Singapore dollars a night, and we got a family room. So it's pretty good. So I'll show you what it's like. Right, so if I flip you around and come down, you can see here, there's Harry, already snoozy land. And here's Flynn bed. So this is a 1.5 wide bed. And there's a nice couch area as well for sitting. And fridge. And I'm not sure what this is. Disinfection cabinet. So that's interesting. I've never seen a disinfection cabinet in a room before. Complimentary water, which is always nice. Tea and coffee. Got some nice robes there, slippers, which I'll get into shortly. And down this way, got a big TV. And interesting, we've got China plugs, and we've got New Zealand style plug as well, or Australian style plug, so that's cool. There's the view. I'll show you the view in a minute. Come back this way, and here is the master room. So the master's actually separate, which is really nice. Just the one bathroom, no ensuite, but this is a 1.8 bed. And here's the view. Amazing view. Huge city, Guangzhou. Now I'll head back out this way. And Anita's just trying to figure out the aircon. And I'll show you the bathroom. Right, here's our toilet, basin, mirror, and of course the shower, which is slippery when wet. Nice that they warn us. I'll just spin this around and we'll do the pressure test. Whoa, that was scary. Alright, pretty good pressure. I'm happy with that. So we've got good pressure. Got the Eiffel Tower here on the door, just to remind us of our time in Paris. So all in all, for a family of 4, pretty happy with the upgrade, and I think it's worth the extra $20 a night for that. And they chucked in free breakfast as well, which is really nice. I have to say the staff downstairs were amazing. They had a little translator gadget, so they could translate between Mandarin and English, which was really helpful for us. And yeah, so we're just going to chill for a little bit, and then we might head out later for dinner. Alright, see you then. Alrighty, you've had a little chill time in our hotel room, and might have had a little nap maybe. Naughty. I'll probably be awake at 2 in the morning now, regretting that decision, but anyway, here we are. We're going to a place called Beijing Road, Pedestrian Street. So we're going to go down there and have a look, see what's around there, see what we can find for dinner, snacks, shopping, that sort of thing. Flynn is leading the way with A-Maps at the moment, so I downloaded A-Maps and you can translate it into English. Google Maps and that don't work so well here, so I'm using A-Maps to help us get around Guangzhou and find our way to Beijing Street. It's not that far. It's only about 571 metres to be exact. So anyway, we'll go and check out Beijing Road, which is kind of like a touristy sort of area, and we'll go and see what we can find and check out there. Alright, we'll talk to you shortly. So apparently a lot of the old town's actually underneath this current road. So I believe if we just go up here a little bit, you can see a little bit under the old street and the old roads and the old buildings. And this is obviously a brass model of the old town and the town wall. still just having a look around. We haven't found anything to eat yet. There's plenty of food options, I think. I think we're hitting more the food area now. First part of the street we walked down, there wasn't much food available. But we're just going to keep searching and looking and see what we can find. Might head down this way, eh? I reckon this way looks as good as any to check out and see what there is to eat. Right, we found a place. It's called Leah's Cafe. Right, so we found a place called Leah's Cafe, and we just had a quick look at the menu outside, and it's very international. It's got ramen, lots of ramen. I might have some ramen. That could be me, I think.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, and fried rice, and lots of different options. Crab, pasta, lots of crab and seafood, which is always nice. But also what caught Flynn's attention was the pancakes. So I'm guessing Flynn might even skip the main and go straight to a pancake. We'll see. Anyway, we'll order our food and then we'll let you know how we got on with it. So far I've been really impressed with the English in Guangzhou. The shops and everywhere we've gone, the level of English is actually really high. A lot higher than I remember in Ningbo when we lived there, that's for sure. But anyway, I'll have a look through the menu and we'll see how we go. Right, fun fact, Coca-Cola in China is their cans and bottles are the only ones in the world that have Coca-Cola written in the home language rather than in English. So that's just a little interesting fact for you, all the way here from China. Well, we've ordered dinner and we're just waiting for our food to arrive, and we can have the much awaited Harry's food review on his ramen noodle dish that he ordered. We'll let you know how it goes.
This is kind of like a light bulb that's like flashing. I guess like flash. And it's got like some passion fruit juice in it, so here's the taste. Wait, what? That's actually really good. Best drink I've ever had out of the light bulb. So now it's time for Harry's food review. It's good. So we have some fried chicken. Yeah, I like fried chicken. So I'll show it out. A good fried chicken. Yeah, like the crust is not that much flavor, but the inside has lots of flavor. But well, now it's time for Harry's food reviews again. It's good. So here we got some ramen with some chicken cutlet. Well, it smells good, and I hope it tastes the same. So we'll try. It's really hot, so I'll just have a little bit. Really good. It's got like some pepper sauce, like some like creamy chicken sauce. It's really good. Harry approved.
Right, that's dinner complete, and that ends our travel day. So we made it woke up in Hong Kong this morning and caught the train over to mainland China and finishing the night here in Guangzhou. So just going to enjoy the rest of the evening and then see what tomorrow brings. Thanks for watching.